Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is on the 25th of June. 25th of June. Yesterday we did an analysis over here. We were looking for potential buys above 23.28 and potential sales below 23.16. The 23.16 sales did not happen. See where the market came, bounced over there and went all the way, was pushing up. Over here, we got a break above the area that we're looking at, 23.28. But then where we had put is our TP1. Basically, this was supposed to be an aggressive buy area. This was supposed to be an aggressive buy. I forgot to mention that yesterday, since we had this rejection. You see the rejection over here with this candle over here, and it's the same rejection that caused over here and over here, and the one that has been over here. So we were supposed to put these as aggressive buys and then safe buys to enter from this point over here. Supposed to do aggressive buys over here and then safe buys all from this point headed ahead over here, from here going up like that, right? So now that being said, let's look, because this order still looks the analysis still looks valid though, because if you see over here, all you need to do is to wait for the break above this point. This should be now the place where you get the safe price over here. But we're going to do a fresh one. Basically, this is basically that's the same thing that we're going to just probably repeat. But fundamentals, on fundamentals today at 3:30, it's gonna be a busy 3:30 with a CPI on the CAD. So these ones, if you trade fundamentals, this is something that you should consider a lot. It's gonna be, of course, some good moves over here. And then at 5 p.m. we'll be having the consumer confidence from the USD. All right. So that will be happening today. Back over here, we can remove everything and then do a fresh one. Do a fresh analysis, so that at least now we know moving forward what we're looking at. All right. Like we always do. Monthly resistance over here. Monthly support. Just gonna mark them for the sake of the new guys. Monthly resistance. Monthly support. Over there, I'm gonna go down to, so what we are doing is price action, but we're basing it on market structure, yeah? The supply and demand zones. Okay. So there we go. This is W support, weekly support. We also have the weekly resistance that formed over here. This one formed on Friday, the weekly resistance. There's a place over here that the market price is not really breaking above on the weekly side. We go down to daily. All right, so that's the weekly over here. On daily, zoom in a bit. On daily, we have this as the daily resistance. And then we have this as the daily support. So weekly resistance over here. The weekly resistance. Daily support. So daily resistance, daily support. Okay, 4 hours. We have a 4 hours resistance, and that is the area that we are talking about now. The 4 hours resistance over here, H4R, H4 resistance. All right, I think the support will fall the same area. For the support, it's gonna go the same area as the daily. It's gonna go to the same area as the daily over here. All right, there we go. 1 hour, go down to 1 hour. 1 hour basically we have a support over here, And we have a resistance over here as well on 1 hour. So over here, right over there. So that is how the 1 hour looks like, yeah? H1 resistance, H1 support. Okay. And this is where the current market is right now, right? Now, again, this over here is where we could start buying, but it's actually a very small zone. It's between 23.31 to 23.34. It's actually a very small area for you to trade. So those will fall into aggressive buys again. It's gonna be aggressive buys, potential aggressive buys. It's gonna be potential aggressive buys. But what I'm looking for right now is potential. Is it safe sell over potential safe buy, so not sells. Easy. These ones may end up moving pretty well for us. 23, let's say 23.36, 23.36. Okay. Okay. So that's what we could say. And definitely, I think I would be pushing all the way up to this point. It's just like as simple as that. Potential buys above that point and drop that point. Stop loss, I'll put it about that area over there like that. Right, so let's, for the sells, of course, this is a very small area as well. We're not really going to consider that as a selling area, but then we have this area over here. Okay. Okay, down there. Down there. And we have these, of course, over here. So now this area is actually a very small area as well. It's a very small area for trading as well, between 23.22 to 23.20. It's actually very small. So again, that's gonna be potential aggressive sells. By the way, when I mean aggressive sells, I mean it's an area that the chances of actually it continuing with the continue probably selling, it's the chances are a bit low. It's a bit, maybe let's talk about 50-50. 50-50 it could go, 50-50 it couldn't go. It would let maybe stop. Actually, this one won't even go. Look at this. We have rejections over here again. So actually, you know what? I will just ignore it. I'll just ignore that thing. Let me just talk about potential sales below this point, and that's it. Below 316. See, the thing is, when you're looking at those aggressive entries, they means that the probability, the probability is not that high for it to go to profit. That's why you see I usually mark aggressive entries and safe entries. Safe entries, it means the probability is a bit higher for it to go to take profit, for it to profit than to lose. When they're aggressive, it's like a 50-50 chance. It could go, it could not go. So when you're entering any aggressive entry, enter with a small lot size, please. Don't do the normal lot size that you're used to. If you're doing an aggressive entry, minimize your risk as much as possible. Don't put the whole full risk again on an aggressive entry. That is if you're not patient enough to wait for the safe entries to be achieved. Okay. So this is what we are. This is where we are. There's nothing much. Actually, there's no need even to go to 30 minutes. This is what we have. Potential buys about 23.36, push all the way to 23.64. And our potential sales below 23.16, push down over here. The same thing, same case on 30 minutes. Yes, yes, yes. It's giving us the same vibes over here. All right. So what 30 minutes has brought in the market is either could have a TP1 over there. Just mark it. Actually, this if we look at it in 30 minutes, it means there's yeah, there's some levels of interest over here. We could call this TP1. That is going down to 30 minutes, yeah? Yeah, something like that. So basically, that is what we have. Keep an eye on that. Let's trade what you see and not what we think or what we wish to happen. And we shall review this tomorrow again in the morning. Happy hunting, everybody. Keep aware. Remember the news that are there coming at 3:30, the Canadian CPIs, okay? Take care and have a good day. Bye-bye.